Welcome to my channel. This video is a channeled transmission response to a question from a viewer that was submitted on January 12th of 2025. After I asked, I needed some topics that I could do some card readings on. And I received 4 from one person and 1 from this person. The one I'm going to read today is from @entrepreneurialism cat. Anyway, before I go on, I wanted to remind you the reason you are attracted to this video is because divine universal forces led you here, led you to this message, because there is something that you need to hear that is truly meant for you. I receive transmissions from my universal energy source team that include various messages for many reasons, a variety of reasons. If you are here, there is a message in this transmission for you. So thank you so much for stopping in. This is the transmission I have for you today. Before I read it, I want to say that I'm going to read the question and then I'm going to comment on it. This is the question submitted from @entrepreneurialism cat. This is the question. With all the destruction, we need those strong ones who can carry a bright, hopeful, and creative spark, in parentheses, joy, that others will want to try to dampen. How can joyful ones, in parentheses, those who had their share of trauma and healed it, end quote, in parentheses, how can joyful ones best respond to those currently in trauma or terror? Very interesting question. And then based on that question, I've done the transmission, but the question that what I thought was going to come through was not the message, or I don't know what's going to come through, but I didn't get the type of response I thought I would. I mean, I don't ever know what to expect, but I really didn't expect this message. It almost felt personal, not to the person asking the question, but it felt personal to responding to some people. And that's why I think that if you were attracted to this video, there is something in this messaging for you. I will put the writing on the screen so that you can read along with it if you want to, or if you want to, you can read along with it. But I do want you to stick with listening to the whole message. Towards the end, I pulled some cards just to get a little more information or a little more clarity. But it wasn't exactly what I thought. I hope it resonates with you. Again, the question that I wrote down, I read the whole message from Entrepreneurialism Cat. To shorten it a little bit, I said, how can joyful ones best respond to those currently in trauma or terror? I know that she said that people who want to dampen them down, but let me just read the transmission and we'll go from there. This is the transmission I received. Joy-filled ones have been through the terrors and the traumas and the wounding and the damage. The injured who are now joyful gave themselves the opportunity to face the festered sore so that they could heal. There are many, as you insinuate, who are currently behind the scenes, unseen, who are in grave danger with no help to receive help. There are also many who have resolved their traumas, faced the evil, and have come into a state of joyfulness, who are still around those who traumatized, who harmed, who terrorized them. All must make peace with why they were put in the situation which brought the experience of trauma. Even though you suffered because you were in the situation, you personally know what you were thinking, how you were responding, how you managed through the day-to-day, week after week, month after month, until you found your strength to stop the harm. The strength is burning within everyone. It is a matter of when it surfaces, so you position yourself to defend you, giving you hope and ultimately joy. If you are still around the perpetrator of the harm, let your joy fill every space of your body, every space of your mind, every space of the room, every space of your environment, and find an exit plan through your joy energy towards independence from the perpetrator in a balanced landing. Exiting must not cause more harm. You will find a safe exit plan that makes, continues, or creates the balance you need to stay stable. I think the point of this is don't stay underneath under the bad situations, but leave so that you're balanced. Because if you are unbalanced, then you will be in much more danger of falling back into the same types of situations. That's what I think right now. I'm going to continue. If a person who is harmed is asking for help or is lashing out at you because someone else did something traumatic to them, in essence, this is the same energy as being harmed all over again. No one has that right. You have already overcome and stopped your harm. That is where it ended. Those asking for help, share the words, stop the harm. That plants the seed they need to agree with themselves to stop the harm, find joy in themselves, and exit. To respond from a joyful energy is a protective energetic that is necessary. Do not absorb the harmed energy from the other persons. Give them the love energy, the understanding that you know where they are coming from, but not the right to keep letting trauma or terror happen to them. This is a personal matter. It is not your personal matter. While interacting with others, maintain a strong, positive shield of joy and happiness. You should not take on their burden. You can show them a way out. You can show them that the power they hold is greater than any that want to tempt them down. Show them through your self-empowerment, through joy and happiness from your heart. It must be authentic, and you must not take on any burdens. In some cases, you must rise above and carry on your brightness. And I'm hearing because you cannot help everyone. I'm going to continue. Above all, extend your joy energy to all people at all times. And I just heard it is not selective, it is constant. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, I'm going to continue. Let it constantly stream from you, surround you, and extend to all. Okay, now I'm hearing this. You do not need validation from those who dampen. I'm going to continue. Humanity is beginning to relate easier to the understanding of energetic resonance, energy messaging without words. You have many response choices. Above all, share the energy. This will begin to heal those around you. Share your energy, share your happiness energy, share healing energy. Be the energy portal. Sometimes you don't need words. That's where the transmission ended. So you can see why I'm saying that it took the response to the transmission response came from a whole different direction. I thought that was interesting. So now, so then I decided I'll pull a couple of cards. I'll put them up on the screen. This is the message I received. I'll show you the cards, and I'm going to read the transmission I received. From the cards, this is the transmission. You can't wish it away. Trauma and terror are real things. You must find the strength within to overcome. Your focus of intention has great power to pull you out of the mud and into balance, so the burden is lessened. It is thought to be easier for others to manipulate through negativity and dampen joy than it is to build a foundation of joy energy. In truth, energy of joy, of happiness, is already available and can be created into a formidable, positive essence for all of humanity. Be kind, be understanding, don't take on the burdens. That's the end of the transmission. So, like I said, it took a whole different direction than I imagined. I think it's a very important message. And I think when they said above all, this is from the transmission, when they said above all, extend your joy energy to all people at all times. And then when I read that, I heard it's not selective, it's constant. You constantly do it. If someone tries to dampen you, if somebody ignores you, if they look at you and understand completely what you're saying, it doesn't matter. It matters, but it doesn't matter because you do it all the time. And it's constant. That's how you handle it. That's how those of you who you're sensitive, you have overcome a lot of things, and now you're in that joyful energy, and it sometimes sets you back. It's like, what did you do that for? Why did you try to dampen my joy? So if you're doing it constantly, it's not such a big response. It's not such a big response reaction when they try to dampen you, because they can't dampen you. Just remember that they can't dampen you. They can kind of try, but they cannot do it. They can't dampen you. So then it continues. Let it constantly stream from you, surround you, and extend to all. That's what you have to do. That's the answer. That's the other part of the answer. This is for many people. And then it goes on to say that humanity is beginning to understand energy. So when you share your joy energy, when you share your happiness energy, when you share your healing energy, it doesn't need words. It doesn't need words. You do it, it surrounds you, it surrounds anybody, and they can utilize that energy or not. But then they said, you be the portal, you be the energy portal. That is absolutely beautiful. That's really beautiful. You be the energy portal, the joy energy portal, or the healing energy portal. So nothing else is coming to my head. I hope that was satisfactory to you at Entrepreneurialism Cats. Thank you so much for the question. I hope you didn't give up on me responding. I know it took a couple of extra days, but it does do that sometimes. I did, when on the screen, you'll see that I always date and time the messages. So this transmission was done on January 13th of 2025 at 5:55 a.m. So thanks again for submitting it. And please subscribe to my channel, and please stay tuned, because there is a lot more to come.